Hello everyone, my name is Catherine, and welcome to any newcomers watching this channel for the first time. I'll be showing 3 records from my 60s and 70s collection. This is part 3. So record number 1 is the Greatest Hits compilation by Roy Oribison, and as you can see, it's not in the best condition. I found this in the free box at the local record store. And even though it looks kind of bad on the outside, I'll show you the records. It's a double LP, and it's on the Monument label. Surprisingly, it's in pretty good condition for what the outside looks like. I cleaned these up really well. So they play really nice, so it's always great to get something for free. It's a gatefold, and I'm going to show you the inside. It has a biography about Roy Oribison, and as you can see, like, you can barely read the track listing on the outside, but it's reprinted on the inside. So there's 20 songs on this album, and Roy Oribison wrote pretty much all of them. There's a few co-writing credits on here, but I just like his voice, and I just got really excited when I saw this. And 22 of his songs reached top 40 on the Billboard Hot 100. So if I were to pick a few favorite songs on here, there's Only the Lonely, Crying, Blue Bayou, and Oh Pretty Woman is on this record too. So I just felt like I like his voice, so I wanted a little Roy Oribison in my collection. Now the next album I'm going to show is familiar to most of us, and many people in the VC have it. But what I want to share is the statistics of this album, because it's really amazing what they accomplished with this album. And I'm going to show my copy of Fleetwood Mac Rumors. And this was released February 4th of 1977 and February 11th of 1977 in the UK. And it's on the Warner Brothers label. And my copy is an original. This also was given to me by a neighbor who had 2 copies. And I think I was about, 14 years old when I got my first copy of this. And there were 6 singles released off this record from December of 1976 to March of 1977, and all 6 of those singles reached top 10. They are as follows: Go Your Own Way, Dreams, which reached number 1, Don't Stop, The Chain, You Make Loving Fun, and Oh Daddy. Now, if you have a copy of the 7-inch or the 45 record of Go Your Own Way, the B-side is Silver Springs, and this didn't make it onto the Rumors album. Now, I looked up on Discogs, just out of curiosity, what one of those sells for. There were only 3 for sale, even though, almost 3,000 people have one of those. And the one with the generic copy was generic sleeve was $30, and a clean copy was $60. So if you have one of those, it's a collector's item, and let me know if you do have one. So this album sold 13 million copies by 1980. So that made it a diamond certification by the RIAA. It won Best Album of the Year at the Grammys in 1978. And it was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame in 2003. Now, with all the reissues of this album, as of February of 2023, Rumors has sold 40 million copies worldwide. And the Recording Industry Association of America inducted Rumors into the Library of Congress for its cultural, historical, and aesthetic significance. And what that word aesthetic means is this photograph. You see it and you instantly know what it is. It's similar to Beatles' Abbey Road and Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. And I'm just going to say, I'm glad I have a copy of this album. I do like it, and occasionally I'll still put it on and listen to it. I like the vocal harmony of Lindsay and Stevie's distinct voice and Christine. Together they just sound beautiful, and I really love hearing the drumming on that by Mick Fleetwood. It's really a great album, and I appreciate it. Now the third album, I found this in the new arrival bin, and I paid $10 for it. It's Buddy Holly Lives, and this was released in the United States on February 17th of 1978. And it's on the MCA label. And the Crickets were a rock and roll band from Lubbock, Texas, and they formed in January of 1957. And their first hit record was That'll Be the Day, released in May of 1957. Now, like I said, there's 20 songs on here, and on the back, they're listed, and it shows the writing credits of who wrote it. And Buddy's name is pretty much on every track, but we also have the other Cricket members. We have Nikki Sullivan on rhythm guitar, Jerry Allison on drums, Joby Malden on bass cello, and Nikki Sullivan left the Crickets after 1 year. So they performed as a trio, and that's often how they're shown in pictures online and even on their albums. And they were produced by a very well-known, successful producer named Norman Petty. He was a musician and producer and piano player. And his wife, Violet Petty, also played piano. And you can hear her keyboard playing on the song Every Day. She was playing on a Celestra keyboard that has that chiming sound. Now this record was more successful in the UK, and it was on the EMI label, and the US copy is on the MCA label. It sold 1 million copies in the UK and went platinum, and it reached #1 there. However, it was less successful here in the US. It reached number 55 on the Billboard 200 chart and was certified gold by 1980. And this record is out of print. So I thought about that, like music had changed so much by the late 70s, and just the albums in my collection, like I just showed Fleetwood Mac and how well it sold. I mean, I can think of the Eagles album, and the Saturday Night Fever album that year sold 16 million, and even the Cars debut album. I mean, there was the punk scene, and music had just changed. But you know, I really like Buddy Holly's music. I appreciate the songs he wrote. It says on the back of this album that he only recorded for 18 months. We lost him at the age of 21. And my favorite songs by him are That'll Be the Day, Every Day, Think It Over, and It's So Easy, which was covered by Linda Ronstadt. And this is really a nice sounding record. I can really hear the instruments on it. I can hear the drums and the guitars. And there are a few artists that say they are influenced by Buddy Holly. I'll just name a few. Paul McCartney, Eric Clapton, and Elton John wears glasses because of Buddy Holly. And so I'm going to end this video with a couple clips of Vi Petty, her keyboard on Every Day, and Norman Petty does a really great piano solo on Think It Over. So take care, you all, and I will see you in my next video.